Welcome, dear students. I hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start chapter number 2, Grandparents. First of all, I will read it and I will explain in Urdu and a little bit in English as well. And I have also written the meanings of the difficult words on the book, you can see. So let's start from the first paragraph. Grandparents are like a shady tree, which are always there to offer their cool shade to the next generation. बड़े बुजुर्ग, दादा दादी, नाना नानी वो एक सायेदार दरख्त की तरह होते हैं जो हमेशा नई नस्ल पर ठंडा साया किए रखते हैं. You know, the tree provide cool shade, right? So grandparents are similar to those trees. They are always there to provide cool shade to the next generation. It seems that they have all the love, affection and warmth in the world stored within them. ऐसा मालूम होता है कि दुनिया भर की जितनी भी मोहब्बत है या गर्मजोशी है और अच्छे जज्बात जो है वो इन्हीं में मौजूद होता है. किन में? ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स में. When we spend time with them we come to know that the complete love and affection of the whole world is stored within them. The unconditional and infinite love creates a special bond between the two generations. अनकंडीशनल मीन्स गैर मशरूत. उनकी गैर मशरूत और लामहदूद मोहब्बत जो है वो इन दो जनरेशन में एक स्पेशल, एक ख़ास किस्म की बॉन्ड, मजबूती पैदा करता है. या आप कह सकते हैं कि बग़ैर किसी शर्त और लामहदूद मोहब्बत इन दो नस्लों में एक जुड़ाव पैदा करता है. मोर देन द पेरेंट्स, the grandparents feel the pain when the child gets hurt or starts crying. You know, जो हमारे अपने पेरेंट्स वालिदैन होते हैं उनसे ज़्यादा तकलीफ़ हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को होती है जब बच्चा जो है वो हर्ट हो जाता है या उसको वो रोना शुरू करता है. तो हमारे पेरेंट्स से भी ज़्यादा तकलीफ़ किन को होती है? हमारी ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स को. वालिदैन और बड़े बुजुर्ग जब बच्चे को चोट लगती है या वो रोना शुरू कर देते हैं तो ज़्यादा तकलीफ़ हमारे बड़े बुजुर्ग महसूस करते हैं, हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स महसूस करते हैं, राइट? It is the fact that the grandparents look like the happiest individual in this world when they spend time with their grandchildren. ये एक हकीकत है कि जो हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स है वो जब बच्चों के साथ या अपने पोते और पोतियों के दरमियान वक्त गुजारते हैं तो वो ख़ुद को दुनिया के खुश नसीब लोग महसूस करते हैं, राइट? और वो दिखते भी है, राइट? दे लुक लाइक द हैप्पीएस्ट इंडिविजुअल्स इन द वर्ल्ड व्हेन दे स्पेंड टाइम विद देयर ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन. तो वो जब हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स जो है वो जब ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन के साथ वक्त गुजारते हैं तो वो दुनिया के खुश नसीब लोग दिखते हैं, right? They feel that they are the happiest individuals. Let's move to the next paragraph. See, in the first paragraph I have written the meanings of all the difficult words. You can see grandparents, right? बड़े बुजुर्ग, shady, सायेदार, और generation, next generation, दूसरी नस्ल, right? Affection means love, मोहब्बत. Warmth means गर्मजोशी. The unconditional means गैर मशरूत. Infinite means लामहदूद. Clear? Then grandchildren, you know, right? बच्चों के जो बच्चे होते हैं उनको grandchildren कहते हैं. I hope this is clear. Let's move to the next paragraph. Grandparents are the symbol of wisdom. They speak from their experiences and guide us in every walk of life. You know, grandparents are the symbol of wisdom, symbols of wisdom. So what do you mean by symbol of wisdom? Symbol of wisdom means symbol alamat, wisdom दानाई. Clear? So बड़े बुजुर्ग जो होते हैं वो दानाई की अलामत होते हैं जब वो ज़िंदगी की हकीकतें और सच्चाइयाँ बयान करते हैं जो हमारी ज़िंदगी के लिए रहनुमा होते हैं. Clear? It guides us in every walk of the life. When we are in trouble, when we are in difficulties, so we can share our sorrows, our difficulties with our grandparents. They are the one who can guide us in a better way because they have experienced all those things in their own lives, so they can guide us in a better way. They are usually experts at relationships. They are experts in handling the different relationships, right? Many of us have learned at their knees. Things have saved us from pain and miseries in the later life. Many of us, by sitting with them, have learned have learned that the different things which could save us from pain and miseries in the later life. It is the grandparents who tell us that though money and other symbol of wealth are nice to have. Clear? हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स जो थे दे आर द वंस हु टेल्स अस, वो हमें कहते हैं कि पैसे या दौलत जो होता है वो इफ़ यू हैव दैट इज़ गुड, बट द रियल वैल्यू इन लाइफ आर होनेस्टी. जो ज़िंदगी की अच्छी और रियल वैल्यू, हकीकत वैल्यू जो होते हैं वो किस चीज़ में? होनेस्टी में. क्लियर? लव, पेशेंस, बर्दाश्त में. रिस्पेक्ट फॉर एल्डर्स, बड़ों की इज़्ज़त में. ब्रदरहुड, भाईचारा. ट्रुथ, सच्चाई. एंड कोऑपरेशन, और ताल्लुक़ या ताउन में रियल वैल्यूज़ ऑफ लाइफ है. क्लियर? इट मीन्स दैट money and other symbols are good to have, but the real love is right, or the real value of life is having such qualities like honesty, love, patience, etc. दौलत और पैसे वगैरह जो है और उनसे ताल्लुक़ दीगर अशिया का रखना अच्छा है, लेकिन ज़िंदगी की हकीकी कदरें ईमानदारी, मोहब्बत, बड़ों की इज़्ज़त, सच्चाई, भलाई, भाईचारा और ताउन से है. Let's move ahead. They themselves had probably discovered this through the hardship and experiences of life. The grandparents, they have discovered, they have learned these things through the hardship they have faced in their life. उन्होंने सब कुछ खुद ज़िंदगी के तजर्बात और मुश्किलात से सीखा है और पाया है. Because they have experienced each and everything in their own life, so that's why they can guide us in a better way. We often see them trying to make up to their children, our parents, for having been strict, right? Sometimes we feel that they are strict, or they were strict to their children, our parents, right? Perhaps even unkind to them when they were young. So when our parents were young, they were even strict, right? Or they were unkind to them. So as it often turns out, they often try to parent us to make up for the mistake they made in parenting their own children. Sometimes they might have been very strict and unkind to their own children. So this is what the mistake they committed, right? So now, because they have observed and they've experienced in their lives, so they want to save our parents from being strict to their children. Clear? Thus, being close to them, many of us who listen to them are saved from making the same mistake. Those many of us who are close to them have learned from this. When the grandparents, they advise their children, our parents, sometimes when they were strict to them, right? So the grandparents try to prevent them from these mistakes, because they have the experience, right? All the things they have observed in their life. Is it clear, right? So we can say कि जैसा कि अक्सर ऐसा होता है कि वो इन गलतियों को न करने की तरबियत की कोशिश करते हैं जो उन्होंने अपने बच्चों, हमारे वालिदैन की तरबियत के लिए की थी. इसलिए उनकी तरबियत की वजह से हम में से बहुत से जो इनकी बातें सुनते हैं इस तरह की गलतियां करने से बच जाते हैं. Clear? So this is these two paragraphs I've explained. Actually, just let me give a little bit overview of this. This chapter is about grandparents, right? and the author has discussed uh, the values, right, and the love of the grandparents in this chapter. The author says that grandparents are like shady tree, right, and they love their grandchildren a lot, even more than the parents. The grandparents love their children because, there is a special bond and love between these two creation, right? Unconditional love is there, right? And our grandparents feel the happiest individual when they spend time with their grandchildren. Clear? And grandparents are the symbol of wisdom because they have experienced each and everything in their life. So we had better those are the lucky individuals who have their grandparents, whose grandparents are alive, so we can share our troubles, our sorrows with them. They are the ones who can guide us in a good way because they have experienced all these things in their life, right? So grandparents also advise us that money and the other symbol of wealth are good to have, but the real values are having honesty, brotherhood, truth, right, and cooperation, doing cooperation with each other. These are the real values. Money and wealth, that is good to have, but not the real value of life. So these are the grandparents who advise us like this. And we also know that our grandparents, those mistakes which they had committed in parenting our parents, they try to prevent our parents from those mistakes. Clear? And those who act on the advice of the grandparents, they of course lead a very good and happy life. These two paragraphs I've explained. The rest we will do inshallah tomorrow. So you should read it time and again, right? It will improve your reading as well. And I've also written the meanings of the difficult words. Clear? And do the reading. It will help your improving your reading skills, right? So we'll see you in the next class. Take care. Allah Hafiz.